Welcome to Bryer's Music Showcase. I'm Bryer and welcome back to another video. I must have been a really good boy because Santa came once again. Yep, that means it's time for... That's correct, it's time for more viewer mail. So Mickey came through once again. I believe this will be the last package of the year from him, but here it is. Yeah, this is probably the biggest box he's probably sent to me, I think. I'm not sure, but it's pretty big. This is the other side of it, so there might be a lot in here, or it could be just the packaging or the other, you know, the extra padding in here. So we'll see what Mickey sent this time, but hopefully you'll stay to the end because I actually have a bonus thing to unbox. And this one is not by Mickey, but this was sent to me by my good friend Scott over at Soundlab Studios. He actually sent me another CD for Christmas, so I'll unbox this as well. I believe he also sent me a record, but the record hadn't shown up yet, so I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna save it for a separate video, but we'll unbox the CD while we're here. So without further ado, let's just begin. Okay, got the box cutter ready. Of course, let's crack into this thing. So I'm not sure how to approach this. I guess we'll go through here. I'm assuming this is the top. Let me just prop my leg up. Now, if I remember correctly, I know Mickey said that he was going to send a lot more live albums. So I know he's a huge fan of live albums and always likes to send me some of them, so we'll see, but there might be some other surprises. Yep, I can already tell there's a lot of packing stuff in here. Okay. Okay. Yep, a lot of newspapers. Okay, you can pretty much see pretty much everything. Whoa, this is heavy. Maybe we'll see what's in this thing. So here are the CDs here, and there's another thing, and I think that should be it. Yeah, I think the rest is just more newspaper. And you can kind of see to the top, it's something to do with Jimi Hendrix, so I guess we'll take a look at that last. And again, there's probably... Oh. Okay, I guess he also sent me a book as well. So we'll probably look at the book last, actually. But here are the discs. Now, Mickey also said that one of the discs in here is actually missing the actual, you know, CD. So we'll find out when we get there, but I already knew that. Mickey already gave me a heads up. It was kind of by accident, so maybe at some point Mickey will send me the disc at some point. No rush, of course. Okay, trying to rip open the bubble wrap. Might have to edit this out. Okay, good enough. So we'll just slide them out one by one. All right, so here is Blue Oyster Cult, Alive in America. Now I'm pretty sure this is the one. God, that kind of scared me for a sec. Yeah, this is the one with the missing disc in it. So again, not much to say about it then, but let's see what is on here. So you have Dr. Music, nice. Burning for You, Fire of Unknown Origin, Joan Crawford, that's a good one. Veteran of the Psychic Wars, Hot Rails to Hell, Me 262, Don't Fear the Reaper, Godzilla, Born to be Wild, 5 Guitars, and Roadhouse Blues. Okay, so again, no discs to talk about, but there's a little booklet thingy, so we'll kind of take a look at it. not much to say. That's the inside. There's a little photo of the band there and some tour images. All right, so I'll kind of keep the case around. So again, Mickey, I know you're watching this, but again, no rush to get the disc in. Take your time. Okay, now here is the, here's a pretty well-known live album. Of course, we have Rush. We have Exit, Stage Left. I know this is pretty highly regarded with most Rush fans. One of their best live albums. You have Spirit of the Radio, Red Barchetta, YYZ, Closer to the Heart, Beneath, Between and Behind, Jacob's Ladder, Bruin's Bane, The Trees, Xanadu, Free Will, Tom Sawyer, and La Via Strangiato. So here's the disc, it's upside down, but there it is. Even comes with a booklet. I don't know if I should probably censor the back, but there you go. That's the back. Not so much to say on the inside. Just gives you a lot of the credits and even a couple live shots. So very nice. All right. Okay, so I've seen this live album from time to time. This is a Yes live album, and this one's called Yes Shows. Another very nice cover by Roger Dean, I'm assuming. I like the little bird there. There's the back. So it's a 2-disc set. So there's disc 1. Oh, bright light. There's the other side. Yeah, nice designs there. So disc 1, you have Parallels, Time and a Word. Going for the One and the Gates of Delirium. Very cool. Then disc 2, you have Don't Kill the Whale. Then you have Ritual. Then you have Wondrous Stories. So not a long live album. This is pretty much stuff. It says it came out in 1980. So let's see. Basically a lot of the stuff from like Tornado and Going for the One, and a little bit from Relayer. So inside you just have the lyrics to the songs. Some live shots here. Okay, just looking at the credits here, but yeah, there you go. Might as well show the other side while we're here. All right, okay, and now next up. Okay, this should be an interesting one. Here's The Who, Long Beach, California. And it dates back to February 26, 2007. And it has a DVD on the bottom. So this might be a DVD. Yep, it's a whole DVD of the concert. So that's cool. So I have some Who I can kind of watch. And on the inside, here there's Roger and there's Pete there. Of course, pretty sure this is post Entwistle passing away. So let's see what they play. So they have I Can't Explain, The Seeker, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, Fragments, Who Are You, Behind Blue Eyes, Real Good Looking Boy, excerpts from Wire. Okay, this is probably during the Endless Wire tour. So they have excerpts from Wire and Glass, Bubba O'Reilly, Eminence Front, Man in a Purple Dress, Black Widow's Eyes, You Better You Bet, My Generation, and closes out with Won't Get Fooled Again. Plus an encore. You have Naked Eye, Pinball Wizard, Amazing Journey / Sparks, See Me, Feel Me / Listening to You, and Tea and Theater. So very, very cool. Thank you very much, Mickey, again. All right, let's see. So here's an Emerson, Lake and Palmer live album. Here we have Then and Now. Very interesting cover, I must say. Very sensual. So it's again 2 discs. Disc 1 is Then, and it's a concert from the California Jam from 1974. I know from what I remember, they kind of closed the show and they went after Deep Purple, and they went on very late because of what Richie did. But regardless, they played Toccata. Don't know if I said that right. Take a Pebble excerpts, Carnival 9. Let's see. Then you have another concert, the Now tour from 97 and 98. You have Time and the Place, Piano Concerto No. 1, from the beginning, and then it continues on to disc 2 with another rendition of Carnival 9, Tiger in a Spotlight, Hoedown, Touch and Go, Knife Edge, Bitches Crystal, Honky Tonk Train Blues, Take a Pebble, Lucky Man, Fanfare for the Common Man, Blue Rando a la Turk, that's the whole title. And there's even, this is kind of cool, track 11 is 21st Century Schizoid Man, of course from King Crimson, in the Corner Crimson King. So, very nice. Let's see what the inside looks like. So there's the discs. Might as well show discs 2. Oh, kind of came off there, but should be all right. And then here you have, this is kind of cool, here you have an old shot of the band, and then you have a more current, I'm putting air quotes there, but current image of the band. Of course, I know Greg Lake and Keith Emerson are no longer with us. So going through the booklet, here's some live shots of the band, of course, both old and new. Then here's some background info. Almost there, just a couple more to go. I think we have like 2 more, maybe 3. All right. Oh wow, this is kind of nice. So we have both keys to Ascension. There. Interesting, cool. And they're kind of putting these slimmer cases here. Okay, so here's disc 1. Of course, this is the live stuff. It includes Suburban Kaitrue, The Revealing Science of God, America, Onward, and Awaken. So only 5 tracks. Some live shots there. There's John. Of course, there's Chris. There's Steve. Basically, the entire booklet. There's Rick. And there's Alan White. Rest in peace to him, of course. Okay, then the other should be the other disc for it, because I know there was more to it. It's kind of, book's kind of thick, so it's hard to put the booklet in. Might have to give this a proper. Yeah, I might have to find a different case for this. But this is disc 2, and it includes Roundabout, Starship Trooper, and Be the One, and that is. Hopefully you can see the disc there. And here is what would have been the back of the original jewel case. Hopefully I can find an old like 2 CD pack that I'll use for this. Hopefully I'll find one. But there we go. And then we have one more. Okay, and this is, you can say this is kind of more of a soundtrack album. And here is The Who, The Kids Are Alright. Of course, this is basically the soundtrack to the film of the same name, basically a whole documentary of The Who, kind of a compilation of all sorts of clips of them, both live and interviews and stuff like that. So, yeah, very nice, very cool. So here's what it includes. You have My Generation, I Can Explain, Happy Jack, I Can See for Miles, Magic Bus, Long Live Rock, Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere, Young Man Blues, My Wife, Bob O'Reilly, A Quick One, Tommy, Can You Hear Me, Sparks, Pinball Wizard, See Me, Feel Me, and Won't Get Fooled Again. Pretty sure I showed the back already. MCA. Here's what the inside looks like. Pretty straightforward. So there we go. All right, now let's look at the other things Mickey sent. So let's look at this Jimi Hendrix thing. Holy crud, this is almost like velvet. All right. So this has pretty much a ton of extra material, both live stuff, previously unrecorded stuff, mainly live stuff. Yeah, this is interesting. Let's see. So on the inside you have this image of Jimmy there. That's a nice shot of him. And here are all the discs. Huge. You can tell, of course, you can tell by its age. There's a little bit of wear on this booklet. So I guess if you're a huge Hendrix fan, I'm pretty sure people in the comments can tell me what this was for. I know they did release a ton of Jimi Hendrix stuff after his death, because I know he did a lot of touring. I know he recorded a bunch of stuff that never made it to albums. But yeah, this thing really packs it in. So many things to read, so many pictures. I have other things. Here's another nice shot of him. Here we go. I'm gonna try to go through this quickly. There's Noel Redding down there. I'm just gonna speed run this thing. So again, you can pause if you want to look at this. Okay, I'm gonna go through one more page and I'm gonna call it here. So, okay, that's your last page. We're moving on. Okay, let's look at the discs themselves. So all of them come in jewel cases. So just open it up. This is discs 3 apparently. So yep. Let's see. Let's open the next one. This is disc 1. Here's disc 2. There's the thing, and then this should be disc 4. Let's see. Maybe I'll look at one booklet. Okay, not much to say on the inside. I'm going to assume the rest are kind of similar. So we should probably put this all away. So yeah, very interesting stuff. So again, Mickey, thank you so much. I'll definitely have to find a place to put this. This would be a nice little something to put on display somewhere here, if I can find the room. But regardless, again, pretty cool. So again, anybody watching this, if you can tell me what this was for, please let me know. Very interested. All right, and then we also have a book here. So I guess we'll look into that. the White Book. I'm assuming this has something to do with the Beatles. There's the spine. Okay, the Beatles, the bands, the biz, an insider's look at an era. I don't know if this, I don't know who Alicia is, but thank you. But yeah, let's see what this is. There's no, is there like no, it's by Ken Mansfield, former U.S. manager of Apple Records, is a Grammy award-winning producer and record label executive who has worked with artists as diverse as the Beatles, Waylon Jennings, the Beach Boys, the Four Freshmen, Quicksilver Messenger Service, Don Ho, Glenn Campbell, Badfinger, Judy Garland, Buck Owens, Eric Burden, Lou Rawls, Andy Williams, The Band, David Cassidy, Dolly Parton, and the Flying Burrito Brothers. A highly sought-after public speaker, he is the author of one of the other books, The Beatles, the Bible, and something that bay. So I definitely heard of him. His name gets brought up every once in a while. So this is interesting. So let me just look. I'm just gonna skim through it just to see what's included. There's an introduction, fading into white, fading into white. Yeah, fading into white. I said it right. Guessing here's the whole thing about Fool on the Hill. I'm guessing it's kind of going through different songs and kind of going through a little bit of the history of him. Barbara Ann and the Bryan Band. That's a nice title. That's a nice image. That's a nice picture of Bryan there. This picture was probably taken in Bryan's kitchen shortly after he left our meeting. He ate the actates, but when Barbara Ann became a hit, I ate my words. Interesting. Let's see what else is here. Okay, Imagine There's No Heaven. Maybe something on John Lennon. Okay, let's try to find one more thing. Why couldn't they just let it be? So interesting. Again, not quite sure what this book is about, but maybe I'll definitely take a look in it. Okay, so here's the one more thing before we cut for a little bit, because this is taking a little bit long. But let's go ahead and let me just read what this says over here, and then we'll move on. So, it was just us, and it felt good. It was personal, and it was special. It was January 30th, 1969, and it was windy, damp, and frighteningly cold up on the roof that day. The Beatles burst through the door to the stage and did their last concert. When it was over, I wanted more. I still do. And now, through exclusive photographs and never before published stories, former U.S. manager of Apple Records and Grammy Award-winning producer Ken Mansfield takes readers backstage to meet the four young lads from Liverpool, the band whose music turned the entire world on its head. The White Book chronicles these most influential years of rock and roll history through Mansfield's unique and riveting first-person perspective, offering an intimate glimpse into the Beatles' inner spectrum and the musicians who orbited theirs and Mansfield's world, including celebrities such as Brian Wilson, Dolly Parton, Roy Orbison, Waylon Jennings, David Cassidy, and James Taylor. And then there's more, but that's pretty much it. So interesting. All right, very cool. So, all right, so that pretty much is all the stuff Mickey sent. So again, Mickey, thank you very much for sending me this, as always. Very nice to send, especially close to the holidays. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut for a sec, and let's open what Scott sent me. Okay, so I kind of already know what's in this because, well, the big reason is because I can kind of see it from the side. But I kind of expected this one to come because I know Scott has talked about this band quite a bit recently, especially when we talk privately on Messenger and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. Let me just, where'd I put my box cutter? Oh my god, oh, I found it. It's covered by all that packing stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Hopefully I can figure out how to open this thing. Can I just slide it out? I can just slide it out. I don't even need this thing. Okay, very snug. Okay, not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Okay. Alright, so there's one thing that kind of confused me at first, because there's one thing in here I was kind of like, unsure about. So let me just see if I can take it out pretty quickly, but come on, you can do it. It's a little tough. I'll get it out. Okay, maybe I do need a box cutter actually. There we go. So I know Scott probably got this from Discogs maybe, and I'm guessing the seller, whoever he got this from, the seller likes to send free stuff. So I guess free of charge, the original seller just put in this thing. It's a band called the Seriously's. I mean, it says free on the sticker, so I guess. So I have no idea what this is. So if there's anybody out there who know who the Seriously's are, let me know, because it's definitely an interesting cover. I have to look them up later. But anyhow, moving on. So now let's get into the real thing Scott sent me. I mean, I guess for all I know, maybe Scott did want to send me that, but I'm gonna assume not, unless I'm told otherwise. All right, so like I said earlier, I know Scott has been obsessing over this band recently, and I think Nick as well has started getting into them too. So the band is the Alan Parsons Group, or the Alan Parsons Project, I should say. And this is their debut album, The Tales of Mystery and Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe. And this is a deluxe edition. I'll go into more detail in a sec. But yeah, like I said, Scott has been obsessing over them. And he's said many times this is a really good album. And so I guess he decided, why not send me a little copy here? So very much appreciated. Don't think I've heard anything from this band. I do have one Alan Parsons Project album, and that is of course the most famous one. What was it called again? Eye in the Sky, I believe. And I enjoyed that album. But it's kind of nice to kind of delve into more in this group, because it's kind of one of those bands where you kind of gotta be in the know to know, you know? Exactly. Anyhow, now this is a very specific issue of this album that Scott sent, because there's actually two versions of the album here. So disc 1, and let me just open it up so I can show you. So here are the two discs. So disc 1 is the original 1976 mix, and then on the second disc you have the 1987 remix. So according to Scott, both versions are really good for their own reasons. So it'll be interesting to kind of listen to the differences and just see how they compare. I'm assuming because it's the 80s, I'm assuming it's going to have a more 80s sound, but maybe that'll work in its favor. So we'll see. So let's go ahead and look what's inside this. So here is some photos. All right, and then we have the booklet, of course. It even comes with this little mini thing here. The Deluxe Edition series, legendary albums remastered, restored, and expanded. You know, it just basically gives you an ad on other albums they've done. Some pretty big bands and albums, I must say. So I'll kind of give like a quickie here, but they've done Blind Fate's debut album, Phantom Comes Alive, What's Going On, Leonard Skinner's One More from the Road. They even have Rick James. Some Bob Marley. Let's see, Velvet Underground. Lionel Richie, Can't Slow Down. The Who, Live at Leeds. The Who, My Generation. The Who, Who's Next. So yeah, pretty big albums here. So here is the booklet. This gives you some nice information. Some nice little imagery there. Of course, a lot of, based on the titles, they're pretty much all based around Edgar Allan Poe stories. Because I saw The Raven in it. See, then you have The Fall of the House of Usher, another famous piece by Poe. I know in middle school I had a whole course up on him, and I do enjoy a lot of Edgar Allan Poe stuff. Last page here. So yeah, there you have it. So Scott, thank you very much for sending me this album. And again, I know, and again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I know Scott also sent a record. Again, hasn't shown up yet, but I'll probably make that a separate video. So we'll see if it comes before Christmas. If not, I'll do it at some point, but stay on your toes about that. All right, so there you go. So let's do a brief recap on everything we got here. Okay, we'll go backwards, sorta. So we have Alan Parsons Project, Tales of Mystery Imagination, Edgar Allan Poe, of course sent from Scott. And as a bonus, we also have the Seriouslys. Again, let me know what this is. Okay, moving on. We have the stuff from Mickey. We have The Kids Are Alright from The Who. We have both disc 1 and 2 of Keys to Ascension by Yes. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Then and Now. Yes Shows by Yes, of course. Then we have Rush, Exit Stage Left. Then we have a live DVD, The Who, Long Beach, 2007. Okay, and then also, I guess, might as well give this a mention, but of course, Blue Oyster Cult live in America. The case, at least. And then also, we have this Jimi Hendrix box set. Again, still not sure what this was for. And then finally, we have this book, The White Book. All right, I'll say it one more time, but to Scott and Mickey, again, thank you so much for sending me this. And it's that time of giving, so I appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I'll have time to listen to most of these before the end of the year. But regardless, to the people watching this, thank you so much for watching. If you like these types of videos, give this a like, subscribe if you are new. Let me know your thoughts on any of the things I have shown. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. And I'll have a short ready by Christmas. So until then, hopefully you have a nice Christmas. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care and goodbye for now.